Live from the BiffNet Studios World Headquarters in Spring, Texas, it's Barry on Deck, hosted by former ESPN Houston radio host and stand-up comedian Barry Laminack, starring Oliver the Cat. Written by Barry Laminack, produced by Barry Laminack, directed by, you guessed it, Barry Laminack. Featuring sports, entertainment, special guests, film sessions, and some drinking. Okay, a lot of drinking. Viewer discretion is advised. And now, here's your host, Barry Laminack.
Oh, what's up, you damn dirty deckheads? Welcome to Barry on Deck. I am your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for being here. Today is Tuesday, January 14th, 2025. And this is episode number 889 of Barry on Deck. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the program. Hey, hello. Hi, how are you? We roll on. The march to 1,000 continues. I was thinking about that. We're so close, but yet so far. So close, but so far. So close. Yeah, I watched so many episodes, right? I never, ever would have thought we would have hit 889. Not gonna lie. Never would have thought we would have got this far. Pretty dope. Pretty dope. Thought I had that as a drop. And of course, I don't have it like right within the midst of my fingertips. Hey, hope you had a good time. Hope you're doing well. Hope you enjoyed your night last night. Well, almost everybody probably enjoyed their night last night. Certainly, one Rev House did not enjoy his night last night. Goodness gracious. If you don't know, House is a Vikings fan. So we'll get into it. Holy shnikes. Boy, oh boy. He was dead on ass right, wasn't he? He was dead on ass right. House predicted it. He predicted it, not gonna lie. He said it would happen. You know, when you know your team, you know your team. It's like every year I tell you guys, not just that the Aggies will collapse, but I kind of tell you when. I mean, I kind of tell you, hey, Aggies will lose this game. They're going to win this game, and then they'll collapse here. They'll come back here. I'm pretty accurate each and every year. For as long as you've been listening to me, I've been pretty close. Because, you know your teams. You know your teams better than other people. And House knew his teams. I did not see that coming last night. I thought it would be close. I know that the Vikings looked bad after the Detroit game, but I thought, you know what? That'll serve as a wake-up call. They'll slap themselves out of it. But alas, they did not. So we'll get into it. I promise you. We've got headlines to do today. We've got more to discuss out of Dallas Cowboys camp. Yes, indeed. Some news out of the WNBA, believe it or not. I have news about your Houston Texans as well, believe it or not. So we have plenty to get to. We'll do the headlines, as I said. We shall What the heck? Sorry, I'm doing two things at once, folks. Lord, I apologize. Okay, I was like, what the shit is this? I didn't know why that one was open. Okay. Yeah, so tons to get to. I was sent a video that I have not looked at yet. It was a video of Jerry Jones explaining why he fired Mike McCarthy. My boy Spoon, your friend and mine. I don't know, is Spoon even here? Let's do a roll call. I don't do roll calls anymore. We need to do it. Roll call! Roll call! I don't know why I did that. AJB, what up, pimp? AJB's over on the tubes. He's all up tying my tubes. AJB and Rudy Rod. Just the two of us. Oh, now there's three. They can make it if they try. Just the two of them. Them and they. All right, now that just turned into a pronoun song. What up, Pachi Poo? Potch was first on the Twitches. Maybe. Let's see. Was Potch the first on the Twitchers? No, FJ was. I think. Yes, FJ was first. FJ and then Alex. Yes. And let's see. Donna, my sweet, sweet Donna is in. So we've got FJ, what up, homie? Alex Villanueva. Pachi Poo. Donna, my sweet, sweet Donna. Perry is in. He said hello, Truman. Who else is here? Who else? Uriel Villanueva. What's up, homie? Good to see you. I noticed that FJ has 504. Did you guys have some sort of bet, you and Perry, where you had to add 504 to your thing? Was that always there, FJ? I don't recall that always being there. I don't think that was always there. I think you lost a bet to Perry or Amos. I don't know. Let's see who else is in early. Donna, Uriel. Let's see who else. Jared Taylor, what up, pimpin'? Good to see you. Nasty Nate's in. Well, Sam Darnold pulled a Sam Darnold. Yes, he did. That's so true, Donna. UT fans will tell you the same. Indeed. Who else? Alex, I got. Mark G, what up, homie? Good to see you, man. That was so funny yesterday. Cisco, what's up, pimpin'? Good to see you. He said hi from Fredericksburg. Not hi. And it's been there, my birthday, man. Oh, it's your birthday. Did he? I'll be damned. I didn't realize that. I thought, and okay. That's crazy. So that's your birthday. Perry has it because 504 is New Orleans. That's like 713 for us. Mark was so committed to the bit, Jared. It was fucking hilarious. I mean, hilarious. I loved it. So enjoyed it. He said, I enjoyed every moment. It was fucking hilarious, bro. Some days on this show, we just capture moments like that, and it's fantastic. Oh my God, Truman, it's his birthday. Fellow Taurus, bro. Is it your birthday too? Perry, you don't have 504 because it's your birthday, right? You have 504 because it's New Orleans. He has 504 because it's his birthday. Okay, I get it. But you have it because it's New Orleans, right? You know what? I don't give a fuck. Let's just move on. But yeah, that shit was funny yesterday, Mark. Hilarious. But we had a good time yesterday. That was fun. My mom even texted me after the show. She goes, that was a fun show. That was crazy. I was like, yeah, we had a good time. We definitely had fun. If you missed yesterday, go back and watch the rerun. Yeah, we had some tomfoolery and shenanigans going on in yesterday's show. So if you did miss it, highly recommend you go back. Potch, drop one in the chat if you want to get time down. Highly recommend you go back and watch and listen to yesterday's show. Super funny. Also, as promised, I am caught up on the podcasting. So I am all the way through yesterday's show. We are caught up. Excuse me. So we're good to go. Podcast is up through episode 888. That's crazy. So we're at 889. Real quick, I want to do some maths. We're at 889, which means we have 111 episodes left. We do 4 a week. We've got what? 2 left this week. So that would put us at 109. Divided by 4, we have 27.25 weeks. 27 weeks and a day left. 27 weeks divided by 4 weeks in a month. 6 months and 3 weeks and 1 day till we hit 1,000. What is this? January? So June. What is that? June? So roughly June, 6 months, 3. Oh no, it would be July. And that's assuming we don't miss any. So we'll probably hit episode 1000 in the midst of July somewhere. Okay. I dig it. Shut up, FJ. Ho ass ho. He said, so Halloween. I mean, look, honest to God, after the start we had for the first episode of 2025, it's been going pretty smooth. You know, knock on wood. I've been starting at a reasonable hour. It's not been bad. Amos said Twitch is still not letting comments, so I'm back. What's up, tubers? Oh, well, damn. I don't know why it's doing that, Amos. Did you get banned or blocked or something? Maybe Potch can check. Potch, can you check and see if maybe Amos, if they did something to Amos's account? Maybe somebody accidentally did something, because it does happen sometimes. Cisco said, if I snap my fingers, told else will forget that he's gay. Thank you, Potch. Amos Potch said he will check for you. So he'll see what the hell is going on. All right. Well, we got a lot to do, man. We have tons to do and not a lot of time to do it. Hold on. What have I done? I fear maybe when we get to the headlines, the photos might be messed up. And if that is the case, I don't want any guff from anyone. And that includes me. All right. So if they're jacked up, they're jacked up. You just deal with it and we'll all get through it together. As I said, I also have a video that I haven't watched yet. It's from Spoon. We're going to watch it together. It's Jerry Jones, telling us why he fired Mike McCarthy. Spoon sent it to me. I trust Spoon implicitly. And I don't know why. That's probably a poor decision on my part. But yeah, we're gonna trust Spoon, and I'm gonna play this video that he sent me of Jura. Okay? But in the meantime, let's get to the headlines and get this show rolling. Enough bullshit. All right, here's your sports. All the pictures work. Here's your sports headlines for the day. Jimmy Butler is sick of your shit, Pat. Jimmy Butler has reiterated his trade demands to the Miami Heat and Pat Riley. He's not backing down. He has not changed his mind. He said what he said, and he meant it. It did. Okay? And he don't want to hear it from you. He's not wavering at all. At all. It's wild because, the NBA usually will acquiesce to their stars. when this kind of shit happens. But it doesn't look like Riley. And you got to remember, too, Riley's old school, all right? Pat Riley is an old school cat. So when stuff like this goes down, he's going to, stand his ground and be like, hey, man, I don't care what you want. Butler, it says Butler's 7-game team issued suspension from the Heat for what was termed detrimental conduct ends on Thursday, at which point Miami will be faced with finding a path forward for Butler. Heat officials will meet later this week to discuss the best route with Butler, who requested a trade. Eric Spoelstra and players such as Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo have spoken in the past week about finding clarity on the situation and eliminating the distractions. Quote, this is what we wanted, just to get back on the road, get away from the chaos, said Tyler Hero. Rallying around each other, making it about the guys that are here now. That says a lot, folks. That says a lot. When you got guys like Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo and others saying, look, we're playing for the guys that are here. We're playing for the guys that want to be here. That means that those guys are also like, bye, bitch. Peace. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you, fam. If you want to go, go. If you don't want to be here with us, then don't be here with us. And they can only do so much. I mean, they can go to Riley and be like, get his ass out, man. We don't want him. Good riddance. But Riley, again, Riley's gangster. Cisco said it best. He's gangster. He doesn't care. Bro, he wears a pinky ring. Any grown ass man that wears a pinky ring does not make decisions because you demand them. Are you serious? You're not going to walk into a grown man's office who wears a pinky ring and be like, you're going to do what I say. He's going to be like, who are you, little boy? Get your ass out of my office. Like, he's not going to do it. So, good luck, Jimmy. Good luck. Look, can you reach 1,000 by 4th of July? That's a good question. I'll have to do the maths and check. Cisco said big blowout party at Laminac Ranch. You promised something big for the 1,000th episode. No, I actually did not promise anything big for anything, but I should. Alex Villanueva said I had to get out of the app and get back in for it to work. Amos said every time I unsuccessfully try to do the Prime sub, this happens because I wind up having to change my password. Yeah, that sucks, bro. I don't know why that is. Amos, you have to sign out and back in on Twitch because you are all good on the mod end. Oh, there you go. Yeah, so good luck, Jimmy. I don't know where he's going to end up. Let's see if Riley responded. He engaged with multiple teams on Butler. But a lot of teams are like being told by Butler's camp, don't even ask. But you know what? If you want out, you can't be so picky, man. It says ESPN reported Christmas Day that Suns, Warriors, Mavs, Rockets are desired destinations. But we know that the Rockets are like, yeah, we're good, pimp. We're good. In fact, I was just perusing my emails this morning that I get from The Athletic. I get an email called The Bounce. And it's a basketball newsletter that they send out every morning, or I guess periodically, I should say. It's a good, Athletic has some good email newsletters, I guess is what they're called. Yeah, Perry said nobody wants a Jimmy. I kind of feel that way too. I don't want to say he's washed, but when you bounce around like he has, and, you know, he's a good player, but he's also has diminishing skills, and he's going to want another contract. And how much does he have left on his current contract? Let's see. Jimmy Butler. Does it say on ESPN what their contract status is? No. Jimmy Butler, Sport Trek. Jimmy has this year plus a player option for next year. And then he's going to be an unrestricted free agent. And he'll be an unrestricted free agent at 37. He's going to want another deal. Whether he gets it or not is one thing. But he's going to want to play until he's 40. He's of that mindset. If LeBron can do it, I can do it. I'm Jimmy Butler, bro. I'm that good. And maybe he can. I'm not saying he can't. But I think teams go, nah, we're good. We don't want, this year maybe. What are his numbers this year? I'll put this on the screen for you guys. 17 a game, 17 and a half a game, 5.5 rebounds, 4.5 assists, shooting 55 from the field. I mean, not terrible. Not terrible. His stats for his career, I mean, he averaged 20 last year, 22 the year before, 21, 21, 19, 18, 21, 22, 23. He's been consistent ever since after his third year in Chicago. He's been a 20-point, or more guy every year. Rebounds, 5 to 6 plus, sometimes almost 7. I mean, he gets to the postseason, which ain't hard in the NBA, but these are not terrible numbers. Assists per game, he had 7 that year. Oh, that was the strike season, or not the strike season. That was the COVID season. They played 52 games. But here's part of the problem: 55 games, 58 games, 52 games, 57, 64, 60. He doesn't play a lot either. He's oft injured. Especially when you're talking this money. $52 million cap hit this year. Whoa, man. Whoa, daddy. Or no, sorry, $48 million cap hit this year. 52 next year. And then he becomes an unrestricted free agent. No thanks. No thanks. I don't think teams are biting on that. As I said, Butler told Riley he will not sign a new deal in Miami and that he intends to use his $52 million player option in the offseason only as a trade maneuver, sources say. Everybody knows he ain't worth $52 million. Now, what might be the case is that maybe, hey, if you trade for me, I won't do that. We can renegotiate a new deal. Maybe we work out a 2-year deal or a 3-year deal where I'm paid a lot less, and maybe I'm paid more along the lines of what my market value is currently that we agree upon. I would think that might be the only way that a deal actually gets done. But I can't see a team just going out and at face value trading for this, knowing he could flex that $52 million. I couldn't see it. I just don't think that would be the case. But we shall see. But like I said, the Rockets were one of those teams. Look, man, the Rockets are still second in the West, bro. They had a little bit of a dip, but they're back. They just whooped Memphis like twice in 3 games. Look at the schedule for the Rockets. The Rockets, Memphis twice in 3 games, and they beat them second game of the season, right? And then they just beat them twice in 3 games. Yeah, Jan 9 and Jan 13. And Memphis is 3rd in the West. Why would you rock the boat if you're the Rockets? Obviously, you don't need Jimmy Butler. Look at the teams the Rockets are ahead of right now. Now, granted, it's still, we're not even to the All-Star break yet. But if you're the Rockets, you're 6 back in the West, sitting comfortably in 2nd place. Now, it's a lot could happen between now and the end of the season. But you're obviously, at this point in the season, a playoff team. There's no doubt. As constructed and playing right now, the Houston Rockets are a playoff team. And a lot of people say, well, if you add Jimmy Butler, you might be a championship team. Or you might destroy your chemistry. See, you can't just add any veteran presence. You have to add the right veteran presence. And maybe Jimmy is that guy. I don't know. I just get the vibe that maybe he's not. I mean, if Eric Spoelstra and Pat Riley are having some issues with Jimmy Butler, who's going to be able to deal with him outside of maybe a Greg Popovich? Look, Ime Udoka, I can never say his damn name right. Ime Udoka is a guy who's a no-nonsense players coach. They love playing for him, but he's not going to bullshit you. And he's not going to fuck around. He's not going to take no guff off of nobody. And he's certainly not going to put up with Jimmy Butler's bullshit if Jimmy Butler's bringing bullshit to the table. But why would you mess that up? 26-12, you just beat the team that was ahead of you. And technically, you're not just 2 games ahead of the Memphis Grizzlies. You're 3 because you have the tiebreak. You beat them 3 times. You have a 3-game lead on the Memphis Grizzlies. Donna, you know what, Donna? What is Guff? That's Guff right there. That's Guff. Guff is when I'm telling you something and you come back and what is Guff? That's Guff. Guff is giving me Guff by asking me what Guff is. Now you're giving me Guff by asking me what Guff is. That's Guff. You just get Guff me, giving me Guff, asking me about Guff when I was talking about him giving Guff. What? Huh? Don said, did you make that up? No! Guff is a word. What is the definition of guff? Oh, I just put 2 G's. Gug also came up. That's creepy. Gug is not a widely recognized word. Guff. Boom. Bam. Ha. In your face. You ready, Donna? Guff is foolishness. It's when you behave or speak in a meaningless or objectionable way. You might dismiss a controversial article by calling it a bunch of guff. Sometimes guff is defined as lies, but can also be simply ridiculous ideas or speech. Also, guff, nonsense, humbug. Yeah, guff is humbug. What's humbug, you say? Something designed to deceive or mislead. Amos said guff might be the most Texas shit you've ever said. Listen, let me tell you something. Y'all are giving me a bunch of goddamn guff right now, and I'm not having it. I won't stand for it. It's exactly right, Alex. Y'all all gonna guff around and find out. Don said you learn something new every day. Oh, really? I'm real surprised a bunch of people from the state of Louisiana didn't know a bunch of words. Really? Y'all just make words up. Y'all just use letters wrong and shit. Silent X's and shit. Come on, man. Don't come at me talking about, I ain't never heard of the word Guff. You ain't never heard of half of the words. It's Louisiana. You make up your own words. Don't come at me saying I made up words. My shit's in the dictionary. Shoo-wee ain't a damn word. Get out of here with that nonsense. Come on, man. Spelling shit E-A-U-X. That is ridiculous. That is goddamn ridiculous. Come on. Amos said, wow, that's what we doing? Yeah, because when you give me Guff, you get Guff back. Guff for Guff, man. Guff for Guff. Okay? Guff for Guff. Perry just gave me the middle finger. Perry said, fuck you, man. Chuck Down Boogie said it's spelled G-E-U-P-H-X in Louisiana. Oh, Pookie, that's so goddamn funny. Oh, my God, Pookie, that is so funny. Oh, you nailed that shit, homie. Oh, my God, that's so funny. Oh, shit, that's hilarious, bro. That is hilarious. Aaron said, I'm glad I'm from New Orleans and not Louisiana. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah. Aaron's like, I'm from a whole different country. Pookie does win the chat for the day. Yeah, already. Oh my goodness. That's too funny. All right. Let's get back to the headlines. Oh my gosh. Y'all are wild. That's too funny. Hey, breaking news out of Texans camp. Dateline NRG. That didn't last long. Hey, Mimi. What's up, girl? By the way, shout out to John Dorier. What's up? Good to see you. What up, TDP? Thank you for joining. And it's all nonsense anyways. Yes, indeed. The Texans have waived Deontay Johnson after 2 games. Well, that didn't take long. That didn't take long at all. That was it. 2 games. That's 2 more than I think some people thought he would last. It says Tuesday, Texans waived wide receiver Deontay Johnson as they prepare for the divisional round against the Kansas City Chiefs. Following the Texans wildcard victory on Saturday, Johnson was visibly upset in the locker room. He was fully dressed, sitting at his locker, staring in frustration because of a lack of playing time and targets. Running back Joe Mixon and linebacker Azeez Al-Shaair tried to comfort and encourage him. Johnson played only 15 out of the Texans' 70 offensive snaps and received only 1 target. He finished the game with 1 catch for 12 yards. Johnson had 3 catches for 24 yards in 2 games with Houston after the Texans claimed Johnson off waivers from the Ravens. Baltimore had moved on from the receiver after he refused to enter a game against the Eagles on December 1. Before the Ravens waived Johnson, they suspended him a game for his refusal to play against the Eagles. Baltimore acquired him from the Panthers, where he played 39 snaps for the team. Baltimore, that is. Catching 1 pass for 6 yards. The Panthers acquired Johnson from the Steelers before the season. He had 30 catches for 257 yards and 3 touchdowns for Carolina when he was dealt to the Ravens. He's a 3rd-round draft pick. 391 catches and 4,363 yards and 25 touchdowns with Pittsburgh. Pro Bowler in 2021. Just can't get out of his own way. Just cannot get out of his own way. Pretty wild. Pretty wild. Yeah, Amos has a great point. Amos says, I usually hate the way Shannon Sharp criticizes players, but he was spot on about this guy's immaturity. It appears as such, though, right? Look, if you can't get along with D'Amico Ryans and this Texans organization, you ain't going to be able to get along with anybody. I mean, you're not talking about walking into the Bill Parcells Cowboys. You know what I mean? You're not talking about walking into the Tom Coughlin Giants. You're not walking into the Bill Belichick New England Patriots. You're walking into the D'Amico Ryans Houston Texans. This is a place where a guy with a reputation such as Joe Mixon has gone and said, I immediately felt like family. A guy such as Stephon Diggs with a reputation has gone and said, it was home. It was just my team when I got there. These felt like brothers. I was welcomed. I felt like I had been playing for this team, man. It was just a vibe. Bro, if Stephon Diggs, who had a bad reputation, and Joe Mixon, who didn't have a great reputation, if those guys can come to this team and fit in, and they're way better than you, and Diggs' reputation was way worse probably. Well, maybe not. But his tantrums on the sidelines were monumental. I mean, it's kind of stupid. This felt like his last opportunity, and he was given one in the best situation. All you had to do, bro, was just hush. Just hush. You literally were probably the second most talented receiver in the room. You just needed to slowly get acclimated. I mean, let's be real. Johnson is probably more talented than Robert Woods and Mechie. If you look back at the beginning of the season, he was top tier. God, my hands are dry. He was really top tier. If you look back to the beginning of the season, Deontay Johnson was really top tier. He just can't get out of his own way. So he blew it, man. All he had to do was just be patient. Just be cool, man. You just weren't needed in this game. You weren't needed. You just had to wait your turn. And they got up and they didn't need to throw the ball, bro. It was Joe Mixon time. They got up early and it was run the ball time. You weren't needed. It's just crazy. Just crazy. I don't get it. So, that's that set of headlines. Other two headlines. The alleged stalker of Caitlin Clark has been held on $50,000 bail at a hearing. I'll be honest with you. I didn't even know she had a stalker. But apparently she does have a stalker. It doesn't surprise me. Michael Lewis was arrested on felony charges for allegedly stalking her. He appeared in court on Tuesday. When he entered the courtroom at Marion County, Lewis sat back in his chair and said, "Guilty as charged." And he interrupted the court's proceedings multiple times. "You have the right to remain silent, and I expect you to exercise that right," Judge Angela Davis said. When Lewis, 55, continued, she told him again to, quote, "stop talking." Davis entered a not guilty plea on Lewis's behalf, stating that she wouldn't accept a guilty plea at an initial hearing. She assigned public defender Gavin Utvogel, I can't say his name, to Lewis's case. You know Gavin's like, oh, God, really? You gonna make me defend this crazy man? Come on, please. No, Judge. Lewis was ordered held on bail, a $50,000 bail. Davis ordered him to stay away from Indianapolis basketball arena and Hinkle Fieldhouse, where Clark and the Fever play their home games, and did not have contact with the reigning NBA Rookie of the Year. Lewis could face up to 6 years in prison, $10,000 fine. He's listed in court documents as being a resident of Denton, Texas. I knew it! Dallas, there you go. Total Dallas, total stalker. This is where it gets creepy. Trigger alert. It says Lewis was arrested at an Indianapolis hotel after allegedly posting multiple explicit messages on social media and tagging Clark. Quote, "I'm getting tickets. I'm sitting behind the bench," one message read. "They said I was sending threatening texts, but the only thought on my mind was Caitlin," another one read. Additional post contains sexually violent material. Ugh. It's just wild. That sucks that women have to go through that shit. I mean, I know there's some female stalkers out there, but the vast majority, women have to go through this, and that's just sucks. In December, a 40-year-old man from Oregon pleaded guilty to stalking UConn basketball star Paige Buchers and was given a 1-year suspended sentence and 3 years probation. That's just not enough. That's just not enough, in my opinion. All right, last one on the headline. Steelers, Mike Tomlin. There's been rumors floating about that there are teams that have inquired about trading for Mike Tomlin. There are teams that have inquired about trading for Mike Tomlin. In fact, Total Dallas sent me this tweet that said an unnamed NFL team called the Steelers to inquire about trading for the head coach, although any move would require Tomlin's approval, given the fact that he has a no-trade clause. A coach has a no-trade clause. I thought that was kind of wild. But Mike Tomlin had words. Mike Tomlin has a message for any team considering inquiring with the Steelers about his availability. Quote, "Save your time." Head coach said Tuesday in his season-ending news conference. It says, after the Steelers' 5th consecutive one-and-done trip to the playoffs, Tomlin's job status and future with the organization has been a hot topic. Tomlin signed a 3-year extension last offseason and just completed his 18th at the helm. Said he understands the frustration. Quote, "I understand the nature of what it is that we do, the attention and the criticism that comes with it. As a matter of fact, I embrace it. To be quite honest with you, I enjoy the urgency that comes with what I do and what we do. I don't make excuses for failure. I own it, but I also feel like I'm capable. And so as long as I'm afforded the opportunity to do that, I will continue. But I certainly understand their frustration. And probably more importantly than that, I share it because that's how I'm wired." Tomlin expressed his disappointment with the way the season ended. He admitted that the 5-game slide to end the season, capped with a 28-14 loss to the Ravens, was football justice. That was weird. I don't view it as misfortune, to be quite honest with you. Particularly at this level in the business and game, there's football justice. You get what you deserve, and so we are here, and we're here for really tangible reasons. We didn't involve in the right ways. I think he meant evolve. We didn't strike the right chords at the right time, particularly down the stretch. He said there'd be changes in the organization. He didn't detail specifics. He met with players as a group. He also met with Art Rooney II and GM Omar Khan. Last bit of the quote here. Certainly there's changes that comes when we don't have the desired outcome. And so these are just the realities of the business. I would imagine there's going to be some things that change around here on a lot of levels. But that's this game, as I've mentioned, and so I understand that. I'm open to that, really. I'm open to that, really just beginning the process of some of the decision making that has to transpire. I think the changes have to be, you got to go get a quarterback. Go get a quarterback. It says Tomlin said he believes both Wilson and Fields can help the Steelers take the next step. He does not believe that. I don't really believe he believes that. I think he's saying the right things, which is kind of a shame. But I don't believe he believes that at all. But we'll see. If you had to guess, chat. If you had to guess, Nate said, boo, same old Colts speak every year. Yeah, it is. But if you had to guess, who do you think the team was that was asking about trading? Because that's what somebody said on Twitter, just for fun. Your best guess as to who that NFL team was that was asking for the trade. Who do you think it was? Who would be your guess? Who would be your guess? I'm pulling up a coaching tracker here. Let's see. Vacancies right now. You've got Chicago, Jacksonville, the Raiders, New Orleans, and the Jets. Yeah. So those are your options. And that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I can only do polls of 4, which sucks. Or I'd put up a poll. But put it in the chat. Who do you think? What up, Tiger Stripes? Tiger Stripes says we have breaking news out of Clemson. I need a link. I can't. I'm not that dude. I never read breaking news out of the chat unless there's a link that I can verify it, homie. Because too often people love to come in and lie about breaking news. So can't do it. By the way, I didn't say what's up to Chris in the chat. Where did that go? Where did Chris go? There it is. What's up, Chris? Chris the Rebel. He said, what's up? I've been Chiefs fan since I was a kid. I honestly think CJ won't have the time. Chiefs D-line is really good. Oh, I do agree. We're going to get to that game later in the week. Probably Thursday, since that's the last show of the week. We'll spend some time breaking down the weekend games. It's a little early in the week, but I do agree with you. I think this Texans O-line is probably, they're going to have to get creative. That is for sure. I don't disagree with you on that. And Chris said no one's talking about the Chiefs defensive line and the Texans offensive line. Oh, they'll talk plenty. And if they're not, they're dumb. What up, KB Holmes? Jared said Dak for Tomlin. Boy, you know what? It's not ridiculous. Hey, what up, Terrence? Good to see you, buddy. It's not ridiculous. It's not ridiculous. But it does make you think, if you're Tomlin, would you want to go to the Cowboys with no quarterback? That's the same problem you had in Pittsburgh. If I'm going to the Cowboys, I'm going because I'm going with Dak. But since I got a no trade clause, if the deal is Tomlin for Dak, no deal. Now, if you're going to send a draft pick, okay. But I just left a situation in Pittsburgh where the whole thing was I didn't have a quarterback after Big Ben. I'm not doing that again. Nope, not doing that. Amos said Steelers history sucked. Steel curtain era sucked. Big Ben era. Tomlin, keep them respectable. I don't know about that. Steelers history? I wouldn't say Steelers history sucked. What are you talking about? Franco Harris? Mean Joe Green? Terry Bradshaw? The Super Bowls? What What are you talking about? The Steelers are one of the most storied franchises in football. They have more rings than the Cowboys. Don't they have more championships than anybody? I don't know what you mean by the Steelers suck. KB Holmes said the Saints ran out of salary cap money to pay players. Got to start paying coaches now. Ain't that true? Ain't it the truth, baby? Saints always seem to struggle with the salary cap. I don't know what the hell the deal is. All right, let's see who said what here. Okay. Donna said Giants. Ooh. Donna. That's not bad. That's not a bad one at all, Donna. And Keith is on to one too. So you got to think of it, right? It's not just about the teams that have a coaching vacancy, right? It's not just the teams that have a coaching vacancy. It's also, what about the teams whose coaches are on the hot seat, right? What about the teams whose coaches, maybe they're not enamored with them. Brian Dabble's a good one, right? Stefanski out in Cleveland, major letdown this year. Major letdown. Let's see. Who else? Let's see. It won't be Arizona or Atlanta. It won't be Baltimore or Buffalo. It won't be Carolina yet. Cincinnati, no. Cleveland, no. I mean, yes is a good one. Denver, no. Detroit, no. Green Bay, no. Houston, no. Indy, probably not. KC, no. Chargers, Rams, no. Miami, no. Minnesota, no. New Orleans, and again, we're excluding all of the teams with vacancies. Giants is a great one. Philly, no. San Fran, no. Seattle, no. Tampa Bay, probably not. But I don't know. Tennessee, no. But I could totally see it also. Okay? Tennessee, no. But I could totally see it also. I really could. I could see that. Yeah, I could. Let's see. Here we go. Some more answers. Let's see. But the first two so far were fantastic guesses. Giants, Browns. Mark said Bears. They've said publicly they're open to trading for a coach. That's probably a good guess. Keith said Browns because they're stupid enough. Okay. Dak for Tomlin. CJ is going to be running around for his life. I do agree. Jesus said the Panthers. Yeah, that seems like something Shad Khan would do, right? Or not Shad. Is it? No, it's not Shad Khan. The Panthers is Dave Tepper. Shad Khan's Jacksonville. Yeah, I could see Dave Tepper. Shout out to Dave Tepper from ESPN too. KB Holmes, I read about the Saints. There's Tiger Stripes. I still need a link, buddy. Love you, man, but I definitely have to have a link. Alex said Raiders, in my opinion. Okay. Keith said we have no idea who that is. Steelers history sucks. Steel Curtain era sucked. Big Ben era. Tomlin, keep them respectable. I don't think the Steel Curtain era sucked. I really don't. It was Penn State defensive coordinator. Raiders. You know what? That definitely seems like a Mark Davis move and something the Raiders would do. I do think so. Dallas Haters 69. I like. Coach is driving with the seat warmers on low. What up, Dre? Tomlin in Raiders colors, looking like part of NWA, would give Barry a chubby. Shut up, Alex. If I had to guess, right, Mark? That's so funny. Mark said that fucked me up when I heard Dave Tepper owned the Panthers. Had me going, when the hell did he buy a team? I know, right? Hey, what up, Joe Pro? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, if I had to guess, who would have offered a trade for Mike Tomlin? Looking at the openings in the hot seats, I would probably say the Raiders, the Jets, or the Browns. Yeah, Donna said the Giants too, Dre. And that would probably be fourth on my list. But the Raiders, remember, when's the last time a coach was traded in the NFL? When is the last time a coach was traded in the NFL? 5 coaches who were traded. How many coaches have been traded in history? 2023, Sean Payton, Denver Broncos. 2019, Bruce Arians. 2006, Herm Edwards. 2002, John Gruden. That's who I was thinking about. Tampa Bay Bucks traded 2 first-round picks and $8 million to Oakland. So it's not like Oakland hasn't been involved in a trade for a coach. It's been done. If you're curious, here are all of them. This is actually an interesting list. We'll work backwards. 2023, Sean Payton, Denver traded first and third round picks to the Saints for Sean Payton. 2019, Bruce Arians, the Bucks traded 6th round pick to the Cardinals for Bruce Arians. Arians went on to win the Super Bowl in his second season at the helm and retired in 2021 after his second postseason appearance. 2006, Herm Edwards. Kansas City Chiefs trade 4th round pick to the Jets. Edwards went a dismal 15-33 in seasons as the Chiefs head coach before being fired. 2002, there you go, John Gruden. Tampa Bay Bucks traded 2 first-round picks and $8 million to the Raiders. Gruden won the Super Bowl in his first season leading the Bucks and then departed in 2008. 2000, Bill Belichick. Patriots trade 1st, 4th, and 5th round picks to the Jets. We know it won't be them because they got Vrabel. Mike Holmgren. Seattle Seahawks trade 2nd round pick to the Green Bay Packers for Mike Holmgren. Seattle made the playoffs 6 times under Holmgren, including a Super Bowl appearance during 2005. 1997, Bill Parcells. Jets trade 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th round picks. God bless to the New England Patriots. And now you see why I included the Jets on my list. Parcells went to the playoffs once in 3 seasons. Well, maybe not. Maybe they learned their lesson. Oh, well, losing the AFC Championship in 1998. I could definitely see the Jets doing that. Definitely see the Jets doing that. 100%. Let's see. Keep going here. 1970, Don Shula. Dolphins trade 1st round pick to Baltimore Colts. And there you go. That was the first one. Don Shula was the first one. And then it wasn't until 1997. So from 1970 to 1997. That's pretty crazy. Pretty wild. So, He said he ain't going nowhere. He said he refuses to. We'll see. We shall see. Let's talk about the game last night. Let's talk about that debacle. I wish House was here so I could tell him, see, I told you so. You don't have to worry about the Vikings losing in the wild card round. What the shit was that? What the shit was that? Minnesota, what are you doing, baby? Bro, that was awful. They got their ass whooped. I mean, I just stopped watching. I'm not going to lie. About mid-third quarter, I was like, I'm sick of this shit. I'm going to go to bed with the wife. This is just disgusting. They're not coming back. They're not coming back. They don't look like a team that has it in them, has the fight in them. Sam Darnold doesn't have, and I was right. I woke up, I checked the score, I was like, yep. Knew that was going to happen. I mean, it was, bro, that got ugly real fast. And here's your final, 27-9. The Rams were a 2.5-point dog. Okay? So, I said take the 2.5. But I also said Vikings would win by 1. So I was right and I was wrong. Boy, was I wrong. They got a field goal in the first half and touchdown and no extra point in the second half. Well, they went for 2. That's right. Went for 2. It was just a debacle. Now, the Rams don't do anything in the second half offensively, but they didn't need to. The game was over at the half. Think about that. This game ends 27-9. It was 24-3 at the half. 24-3. It was over. And Dre has a great way to put it. The clock struck 12 on Cinderella. I should go to my TikTok and see if all of the guys that came to talk shit to me because I made fun of Josh McCown, I wonder if they're over there leaving comments now. I bet you they're not. I bet you they're nowhere to be found. Wait, are you guys coming back? Are you guys going to come back and still talk shit about how I was wrong? Are you? It was ugly. And you know what? I'm not going to lie. One, it really sucks for the Vikings because they end up being a quote unquote road team playing in the wild card when they are fighting for first place in their division. A 14-win wild card road team. A team that wins 14 games has to go on the road and play a 10-win team. But then there's the fires. So now they move the game to Arizona. And now LA, who has a home game in the playoffs because they won their division, it was brutal, Joe Pro. It was brutal, sir. I mean, the first half was kind of interesting because it was like, okay. Look at the Rams. Maybe the Vikings will figure this out. They did not. And the more that first half went on, the more you realized, oh, shit. So this Rams team wins their division. They get a home game against a 14-win Vikings team. They have to go on the road. But then the fires happen. So now they move the Rams home game that they've earned to Arizona. And what happens is it kind of ends up becoming a home game for the Vikings. Vikings fans snatch up a ton of tickets. Matthew Stafford and the Rams team, they start having to go to a silent count for their playoff home game. So now, not only are they dealing with the city that they live and play in is on fire, and they interviewed Cooper Kupp before the game, and he's like, look, it's tough. It sucks. It's really bad back home. But we have to put that behind us. We have a job to do, and we're here to do it, and we're going to do it. Sean McVay said it's not an excuse. Did the fires mess us up? Yeah, it threw off our rhythm. It's thrown off our routine. It's thrown a lot of things off. But we're not going to use that as an excuse. If we lose, it's because we got bested. And I love that he said that pre-game, not post-game. He said there will be no excuses made because of the fire. I respect the hell out of that. A lot of coaches ain't going to do that. You know what I mean? A lot of teams ain't going to do that. A lot of them, even if they might say it afterwards, they might be like, well, you know, the fires had us and this and that. And rightfully so, I guess. I mean, you could see it. You certainly would understand it. But McVay was like, nope. Not going to do it. So they go play in Arizona. Minnesota fans flock to it. The home team has to go to a silent count because of it. And this is why I say I am kind of glad in a way that things turned out the way they did. Because it would have really sucked. If that place would have been rocking and the Rams were having trouble on offense because it felt like they were playing in Minnesota. It would have been kind of shitty. I don't think it worked out. And let me tell you something, man. We said on this show yesterday, I said as much. And people were saying this down the stretch. You don't want to face the Rams in the playoffs. They're kind of scary right now. They got off to a slow start. But down the stretch, this is a team that started 1-4. They lost to Detroit, Arizona, Chicago, and Green Bay. 3 of those teams were pretty good. One of them was the Bears, and they beat San Francisco. And remember, that was, they didn't have Cooper Kupp, and they lost Puka Nacua. So they start 1-4, then the bye week happens. And this team goes from 1-4 to finishing 10-7, which means they go 9-3 down the stretch. Their 3 losses are at home against Miami, at home against Philly, and at home against Seattle. So that means their 3 losses are at home. They go on the road. They beat Seattle. They beat New England. They beat New Orleans. They beat San Francisco. They beat the Jets. So much for that West Coast thing too, by the way, right? That West Coast, East Coast. Remember how we always hear about, wow, West Coast teams that have to travel to the East Coast? That sucks. They beat New England and they beat New York. Going West Coast to East. That's crazy. But yeah, 9-3 down the stretch after the bye week. 9-3. And no one wanted to play them. And that last game, they lost to Seattle 30-25. Seattle had to have that to make the playoffs. Matthew Stafford and nearly all of the fellow offensive starters watched the Rams' regular season finale in street clothes. They didn't even play. They were really 9-2 down the stretch. The starters didn't play in that last game. So after going 1-4, they go 9-2. They got their shit together. Meanwhile, the Vikings, they only lose 3 games all season to the Lions, twice. And the other one was the Rams. Their other loss was to the Rams, 30-20, with a fully healthy Rams team. That's a Rams team that ended up having Puka Nacua, having Cooper Kupp back. It was the second game, I think, back from for the Rams back from the bye. Yeah. The Rams played Vegas, and then they played Minnesota. So isn't that wild? The Vikings have 4 losses for the entire season to 2 teams. 2 teams that the Vikings couldn't beat this year. They beat everybody else they played. They have 4 losses thanks to 2 teams. The Lions and the Rams. Pretty crazy. And now they're sitting at home. They won 14 games. And they're sitting at home. Ouch. I tell you what, Matthew Stafford is he's no spring chicken. But he also comes in with a ton of confidence and a ton of experience. And somebody said that in the chat about that play, that forward pass, Nasty Nate said it. That forward pass from Stafford that saved a touchdown is ridiculous. They have to change that rule. Why? Why do they have to change the rule? There was a receiver in the area, and he just flicked his wrist. That's a pass. It's the same thing as the jet sweep thing. What's the difference? When they're in shotgun and they bring a receiver in motion and they snap the ball right before the receiver gets there, and then the quarterback goes, and the receiver just runs by and catches it in midair like this, that's a forward pass, because if he drops it, it's not a fumble. It's an incomplete pass in the backfield. Because that, literally this, is a forward pass now. So you're going to get rid of that too if you get rid of what Matthew Stafford did. I mean, don't be mad. Give him credit. Give him credit for making a hell of a play and avoiding a sack. I mean, he's on the way down. And he avoids the sack. Think how much better of a man truck driver Pookie would be if he could avoid sacks. He's always getting sacks on him. Sacks all on the face. That was for you, Dr. Dre. You know how many sacks to the face truck driver Pookie has taken? If he could avoid sacks, flips at hashtag lot lizard. So Brian liked it. That's all I care about. The rest of y'all can go to hell. I mean, yeah, give him credit. Give him credit. He made a hell of a play. What's the difference? I mean, what's the difference than a guy who's just run? Truck driver Pookie said, I'm not even here. Really? Well, how is it that you just responded? I guess you are here, aren't you? You don't think I don't know who's here, bro? You don't think I know who's watching my own show? I know, bro. I know everything. I had no idea. I'm just shooting shots randomly. Pew, pew. I'm just whatever. I'm just shooting. Joe Bro said, God damn, Pussy out here catching strays. Yeah, and sacks. Oh, that's so funny. Nasty Nate said, did you see it, bro? Yes, I watched the game. I told you I stopped watching late in the third quarter. He said, did you see it, bro? Come on, Barry, this shit is weak. Listen to Bill Belichick's commentary on it. Says it best on the Manning cast. So are you making your own opinion on this, or are you just letting Bill Belichick tell you what you think? I don't have a problem with it. What's the problem? The man's going down, and he flicks the ball forward. Literally, Puka Nacua was in the area. He's actually trying to get out of the way of whatever the defender was, and Stafford sees him, so he tries to flick the ball forward to him. And the defender gets in the way, but the ball falls harmlessly down. Look, It's no different than, oh, so if I'm a foot outside the pocket, I can just chunk the ball in the air, and as long as it goes past the line of scrimmage, even if I throw that sumbitch over my head backwards, as long as it goes past the line of scrimmage, no harm, no foul. What's the difference? The man made a heads-up play. Why are you hating on him? Brian said, Barry, you're going to take over the Cowboys. Hell no. I don't want that mess. Amos said, now the lot lizard in the back of truck driver Pookie's truck is looking at him sideways. Oh, that's hilarious. Y'all are all piling on truck driver Pookie. Bless his heart. Bless his damn heart. I told her that worst case would be grounding. It's not, though. By definition, it's not. There's a man in the area. It was a heads-up call. I mean, a heads-up play. And even if he got lucky, shit happens. Joe Pro, that's a great point. Yeah, ask Belichick about the tuck rule. We're really going to take advice from him? Oh, cheating ass Belichick? Really? Really? Come on. Come on. He definitely lit up as not to get a roughing call. Should have been ruled a sack. QB should throw at the opposing coach when throwing it away. That would be funny, right? Just, bam! What the fuck? Hey, man! Just beam somebody that's not paying attention. Yeah, Brian Pettis said that's exactly right. You have like 2.3 seconds to throw the ball in the NFL. Matthew Stafford made a hell of a play. If you're mad about that, you're a hater. Change your name to Nasty Hate. Got him! Got him! I ain't got a problem with it. Okay, well, we're just arguing in a circle now. But it doesn't matter. And how do you know even if his head was down? Let me find the down play. Stafford, incomplete pass, avoids sack, fumble. Officials ruled Stafford, TikTok. Bill Belichick on Matthew Stafford's incomplete pass. Let me see what he says. Let's see. Let me back up. Let me go here and here. Let me go to TikTok video downloader. Oh my God, my wife showed me the funniest damn video yesterday. It was this Chinese spy. He was like, hey, everybody, your Chinese spy here. I just want to let you know I'm going to miss you guys. It's like, what? Just want to let you know I'm going to miss you guys. And, yeah. It was hilarious. Oh, this ain't the play. This is just Kevin O'Connell screaming about it. Well, that's stupid. That's weird. They don't even show the play. They just show him mad about it. Who cares? Let's see. Maybe this will show it. Downloads, cut and shows. Videos paste. All right, here we go. I do have the video. I do. Probably get a strike here, but whatever. Shits and gigs, folks. Shits and gigs. Here we go. Let's see. I don't know why they have Eli looking like. I better run through this bitch real quick. This is like 28 seconds. Okay. Here we go. I have no idea if this is going to be. Maybe I should listen to it first, huh? I probably should. Let me just play it real quick. Well, I'm listening. Just give me a second. Okay. Yeah, let's run this. Here you go, folks. Here you go. Here is Bill Belichick commenting on it on the Manning cast. I say, here's Bill Belichick being a whiny baby on the Manning cast.
I fired Mike McCarthy because...
Oh.
It's an offensive league. What are you guys doing? There's no rules to help the defense in the NFL. You can get away with that and call it an incomplete pass.
Wow. Wow.
It's an offensive league. You guys should coach defense in the NFL. You know what it's like.
Meow, 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 meow. That's all I heard. That's all I heard. Look, what do you want from the man? He got rid of the ball on the way down. What do you want? What do you want from the man?
Into the left tackle.
And there was a receiver in the area. I wish I had the play. I want to find the play. Be honest, dude was looking at the ground, but you don't know what he was looking at on the way. You don't think there's like, bro, Patrick Mahomes makes no look passes all the time because he knows where his receivers are supposed to be. You don't think, be honest, Nate. You don't think that Stafford doesn't know exactly where these guys are supposed to be on their routes? These guys run precision routes all the time. They know exactly, timing routes too. They know exactly where they're going to be on the field. So even if he's going down, he knows that Puka Nacua is going to be cutting across the field right here. This guy's going to be running an in-breaking route. This guy's running a go route. So if he's going down, he can just be like, no, I know Puka's like, in the flat right here, or he's over here. He's looking at the ground, but he knows, okay, this is the route he's running. I'll have a receiver here. I'm just telling you, to say that he was looking at the ground when he threw it is not a good argument. They know exactly where every receiver is going to be on the field. This is why when people lose their shit about, oh my God, he threw a no-look pass. That's right. Because they know exactly where each guy will be until it's a scramble drill. And even then they're looking downfield and they're like, all right, he's running this way. Whoop. But yeah. So Al said I couldn't find Puka Nacua in the replay. Well, then you look good enough. He was right there. Can't be homesick and Belichick just go back to trolling 20-somethings on college campuses. Let's see. I got no problem with Stafford. It's the officiating that's the issue for me. I don't like. See, and he wasn't clearly sacked. I mean, you can
looks
clearly
like a fucking
see
pork
at this
chop.
point. You can clearly see. I don't know why Jerry keeps coming out here.
It's an offensive league. What are you guys doing? There's no rules to help the defense in the NFL.
I want to find the play. Where's the damn play at? Let's see. Hold on, man. Let me find the damn play. I need to find the play. Matthew Stafford pass fumble Vikings. This has got to find the damn play. Matthew Stafford shove pass. Let's see. That's on Facebook. Maybe it's on YouTube. I bet it's on YouTube. Right. Let's see. Go to YouTube. Control C. YouTube.com. Hurry up. I don't have all day. I'm in the middle of an amazing show. Doop, 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 doop. Okay. Oh, there we go. That's a split screen too. Way to go, Sportsline. You're the man now, dog. Hold on. Do. All right, I'm downloading the shorts. Your shorts. Let's see, download. You better work. Don't take me to AliExpress. Don't give a shit about that. Bro, what the fuck are we doing? Your video will be ready in a few minutes. Go fuck yourself. Holy shit. Why is it taking that long? Oh my God. I wish I could just play videos. I really need to figure it out. Just sucks. Okay, here we go. Got it. All right. Save video as Stafford pass 2. Here we go. Okay. All right, got it. All right, here we go, folks. Here it is. This is the play I'm going to get in trouble for, but whatever. You guys are worth it to me. You guys are worth it to me. I love you. Here we go. This is the full play. Now, what I like about this view is it's a split screen. It is, it's got the play on the top and the bottom. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. You can see at the bottom too. Let me do something. Hold on. Let me try something here. This is going to get a little weird, but I think this will be worth it. Let's see. Virtual input. 244. Yes. No. Shit. I'm going to set it up so that both of them are kind of bigger. Kind of. Not like huge, but, you know, this is a little easier to see. I think that'll be good. It'll be easier for y'all to, you know, see. Okay. Cool. Got that. And this. Oh my God, my stomach is growling like crazy. All right, now let's check it out. Check this out. Huh?
That looks to me like, yeah, he's trying to get rid of the football and make it an incomplete pass. Boy, it's close.
Yep, it is. But if you look at the one on the right, all right, that's where Puka Nacua is. Let me see. This is number 4, right? If you look at this one, that's where Puka Nacua is, right? That's the one where you can see where he is. Let's see.
Conference.
You see 17 right there. He knows exactly where he is, Nate. He's staring at Nacua right there. He's literally staring at him, line of sight. You don't see that? You don't see that? He's literally staring at Puka Nacua right there. And then he's going down. Now he knows where he is. He still sees him. Tried to get the ball to him.
That looks to me like...
I mean, that's pretty obvious. He knew exactly where he was on the field. Knew exactly where he was. And he's not down. Yeah. How's it not a sack? It's not a sack. It was an AI video someone made. Pretty damn funny. What? Oh, the AI video. Damn it, don't ruin it. God bless. Just, you got to ruin everything. Dave, damn it. But yeah, I mean, it seems pretty obvious at that point. And if we're doing that, then let's look at this and get this out of the way, and then we can go back over here and clearly watch that it's not a sack. I mean, he's still fighting. Right? Don't have him in the grasp yet. And they're right there. He's not down. He's going down, but he's not down.
That looks to me like, yeah, he's trying to get rid of the football and make it an incomplete pass.
And that's slow motion. That's what you got to remember. That's slow motion. That was slow motion. If you watch on the right side of your screen in full speed, tell me why that would be a sack in full speed. Why would that be a sack in full speed?
It looks to me like, yeah, he's trying to get rid of the football and make it an incomplete pass. Boy, it's close.
No. Disagree. Sorry. I disagree with you on this one. Dub said, got here late. Thought you already played it. That's on me. I got to be a better chatter. Jones said because the defender let up, but he didn't, though. I mean, they're playing through the sack. It's just that he went down and slid over the top of him. Unless I'm looking at it wrong, he slid over the top of him because he ducks up under him. That's why he flies off. Right there. See? And the other dude, 97, missed him. And then he landed on top of him. He wasn't giving up. He slid up under him. He twirled around him. They're not giving up on the play. You're just looking at it in slow motion. It looks like that. I don't think he gave up on the play, but that's just me. Just me. All right. Well, since the cat's out of the bag, I tried to set it all up all smooth. Like, man, I hadn't seen this video, and Spoon sent it to me, and this is the real reason. Jerry came out and said why he fired Mike McCarthy. We didn't know the reason, but he finally came out and said it. Nate said, I agree that I disagree with you. Well, listen, Nate, it's okay to be wrong, man. It's okay to be wrong. It's 2025. You have the right to be wrong. Yeah, they thought he did have the ball. This is absolutely hilarious. This is Jerry Jones telling America why he fired Mike McCarthy. And you just need to see this.
I fired Mike McCarthy because he looks like a fucking pork chop. And I hate that big-ass play call sheet he holds during games. We all know it's a Perkins menu. I'm not even sure we need a coach. Hell, maybe we already have a coach in mind. Maybe he's sitting right in front of you, half drunk on Johnny Walker Blue with only an Egg McMuffin in his belly and a pocket full of Dinger pills. Maybe he's 82 fucking years old and needs his ass wiped from time to time, depending on how much Salisbury steak he's ate. Look, I'm going to do things my way, and my way is fucking terrible. But if you don't like it, then tough titty said the kitty, but the milk kept coming. Listen, I'm never going to die, motherfuckers. I drink 8 ounces of hog's blood every day, and I'm a vampire feeding off mass disappointment. So learn how to accept meaningless primetime games forever. What I'm looking for in our next head coach is someone that values analytics and also someone that lets me take he and his wife to a Hojo's and sit in the cuck chair.
I'm so mad Dubs ruined it. I had it set up so great. Oh my God. I had it set up so great. I just had it. I was like, now I haven't watched this video, but apparently this is the real reason why Jerry fired Mike McCarthy. Spoon sent it to me, but I didn't have a chance to watch it before the show. Fuck. Oh my God. Nate said, I want this Jerry. I do too. I do too. We all want this Jerry. Do we need to play it again? I kind of feel like there's so much to unpack in this. My favorite part when he's like, I'm a vampire that lives on the mediocrity or some shit like that. Oh my God. Tough titty said the kitty. Oh, I fired him because he looks like a pork chop. We all know that's not a play sheet. That's a menu. All right, we're running it again. Holy shit, that's funny. Here we go.
I fired Mike McCarthy because he looks like a fucking pork chop. And I hate that big-ass play call sheet he holds during games. We all know it's a Perkins menu. I'm not even sure we need a coach. Hell, maybe we already have a coach in mind. Maybe he's sitting right in front of you, half drunk on Johnny Walker Blue with only an Egg McMuffin in his belly and a pocket full of dinger pills. Maybe he's 82 fucking years old and needs his ass wiped from time to time, depending on how much Salisbury steak he's ate. Look, I'm going to do things my way, and my way is fucking terrible. But if you don't like it, then tough titty said the kitty, but the milk kept coming. Listen, I'm never going to die, motherfuckers. I drink 8 ounces of hog's blood every day, and I'm a vampire feeding off mass disappointment. So learn how to accept meaningless primetime games forever. What I'm looking for in our next head coach is someone that values analytics and also someone that lets me take he and his wife to a Hojo's and sit in the cuck chair.
I'm a vampire that feeds off of mass disappointment. That's the best line in the whole fucking thing. Oh my God. I'm a vampire that feeds off of mass disappointment. Jesus. That is, whoever said it that is some top-notch writing right there. Oh my God. Joe Bro said, holy shit. I just put the tractor in the ditch. Oh my God. He looks like Peter Griffin. Holy shit. This is, oh my God. That is just, This is the sports content we need. And this is the Jerry Jones we need. This is it. Oh my God. So great. So freaking great. He had a great scene in Landman. Oh my God. Nate said, I want this Jerry. Holy shit, epic. Who needs a coach when you have everything under one owner? Tough titty said the kitty, but the milk keeps coming. What? What? Oh, so great. So great. Get used to meaningless primetime games forever. I'll do you one better, Joe Pro. Joe Pro said, please, somebody post this on Discord. I have so many people that will believe this. Let me find the link. Spoon sent this to me. It's so fantastic. So fantastical. Let me go to my Twitter. Oh my God. That's so great. Jeez. Just a blessing. Just a blessing. Oh just the opener is fantastic. Just the opener alone is fantastic. There we go. There's the link in the chat, both on Twitch and on YouTube. Have at it, guys. I'll also put it on our Discord. Excuse me. Let's see. Here is the link of Jerry explaining why he fired Mac. Excuse me. Tough titty said the kitty, but the milk keeps coming. My word. I've heard the first part. Tough titty said the kitty. I've never heard, but the milk keeps coming. That's great. That's so great. Jeez. That's fantastic. That's so great. So good. All right. So there you go. Now you know the real reason. And now you know the rest of the story. Speaking of the Cowboys, though, a lot of legs behind this Deion Sanders rumor. It's really picking up steam now. I'm curious, if you're a Cowboys fan, are you happy about it? Are you good with it? Do you want this? Is this your thing? Are you excited about it? Is this something you would look forward to? I'll be honest with you. If the Cowboys were my team that I rooted for, this would not be something that I would want from my football team. I would be a no on Deion Sanders as my head coach in the NFL. I would be a no. No, thank you. I just don't want the distraction. But Jerry loves that stuff. That's what Jerry loves. The pomp and circumstance as much as he loves the football. I don't know. And look, he says this, and I don't know. I'm curious if Cowboy fan thinks this or not. Okay. I want to know. Hanshu said, I'd jump off a bridge in GTA if I was a Cowboy fan. I'm curious. Do Cowboy fans really and truly believe that Jerry Jones is committed to winning first? And what I mean by that question is, do you believe that Jerry values winning above all else? Because I feel like his number one priority is marketing. Like, it's the brand, right? It's, it's at the end of the day, it's making money. And yeah, winning helps you make money, but I mean, that's why he does the tours and Deion Sanders is going to sell tickets. Deion Sanders is going to make money. Is Deion Sanders going to win football games? Yeah, maybe. It's not the dumbest thing in the world. But above all else, it's going to sell tickets at first. But also Jerry knows I'm going to sell tickets and jerseys and people are going to tour the stadium and buy my shit and love the Cowboys no matter what. Deion Sanders, Colonel Sanders, it doesn't matter. They're going to be Cowboys fans. So I think he's just like, what's going to sell? What's going to win? What's going to sell? So I'm curious, if you're a diehard Cowboys fan in the chat, do you think he values winning over everything else? I'm curious. CZ said no, she doesn't want Deion. I'm with you. Brian asked if I would post that, or am I posting it on X? No, I'm not, but I put it in the chat, so you can grab it there. Total Dallas said no, he's not ready. Not if his son has to be included. That's the other thing. And here's the thing, folks. I talked about this before, and this is not my doing. I'm not the genius that thought of this, but this is more of a warning than it is anything else. But don't take it from me. Take it from other players. Yo! Hadley! Thank you for the follow, Hadley. Welcome to the show. I'm Barry. This is Barry on Deck. We talk sports. We talk shit. We have a good time. We do this every day, Monday through Thursday, 2 to 5 p.m. Central Time. Welcome to the show. We stream live on Twitch. We stream live on YouTube. This is all about sports and fun and making sports fun and making fun of sports and making fun sports fun. Making fun sports. Whatever. Listen, restrooms down the hall on the left. The kitchen's on the right. If your name's not on the food in the fridge, don't eat it. Okay? No whores after 9 o'clock. Please don't do cocaine in the restrooms. Other than that, have a good time. Welcome to the show. This is one of the things that they said, and not me again. This was what I heard somebody say about the whole Dion and Shedeur Sanders combination. You got to understand, and this was a player that said it, you got to understand that the locker room is, it's special, right? The locker room is an area where you go to be amongst your peers, away from coaches, away from the coaching staff. The locker room is a sanctuary. It's a safe place. As a player, I should be able to go in the locker room and talk shit about the coach and not have to worry about other players snitching on me. Not have to worry about other players going behind my back. Hey, coach, did you hear what so-and-so said? How you going to do that if the coach's son is the quarterback? He's in the locker room with you. If you're a wide receiver and you're mad because you're not getting targets, if you're a player and you're mad because you're not getting playing time, you can't talk about that shit in the locker room. Because guess what? He's going to go tell daddy. Man, coach is tripping. Coach is an asshole, man. Coach ain't giving me no playing time. He's going to cost me a bonus, man. Fuck coach. These are things you say in the confidence of your brothers and your teammates. And then they're like, you feel better? Yeah, I got it off my chest. Let's go win. You put your helmet on. You go out there. You play for the man next to you. And it's over. You said what you needed to say. No more. But if the coach's son is in the locker room, it ain't over. Because, you know, at Thanksgiving dinner or at Sunday dinner, he's like, oh, by the way, did you hear what Ricky said? Yeah, Ricky said, fuck you. He's mad because he ain't getting touches or playing time. Yeah, he said, fuck you. Just thought you'd want to know that, Dad. I mean, Coach. I mean, Dad. Anyways, pass the gravy. Amen. Like, you can't have that. You can't have that. And look, and here's the other thing that the guy said that was saying this, and I wish I remember who it was so I could give him credit. But yeah, that's the other one told it out. What'd you say about my daddy? Exactly. And the other part of that is, there's always snitches in the locker room, he said. He said there's always snitches in the locker room. But at least we know and can find out who the snitches are, because when you're around a few people and you say something, you kind of have the idea, you know what I mean? Like, okay, this is probably the snitch, or that's the snitch, or whatever. And, you know, it kind of works itself out. But when it's Shedeur, everything becomes different. You know what I mean? When it's the coach's son, everything's wired different. Everything happens differently. I just don't see it. Look, if you're going to go get Dion, go get Dion. If you think that's the answer to taking the Dallas Cowboys back to the promised land, cool, go do it. Go do it. But don't do it because if you also have to go draft his son. That's a mistake. That's a huge mistake. They're not a package deal. They shouldn't be a package deal. At no point should you ever make a decision about your player because your head coach is his dad, or about your head coach because you have to draft their son. It's not how you do business. That's not how you operate. That's how you ruin your franchise. No offense, but that's some New York Jets type shit. I'm glad Jen's not here because that's some Cleveland Browns type shit. That's not some Dallas Cowboys shit. You can't do that. You can't do that. I'm not wholeheartedly opposed to Deion Sanders. I don't think he's ready personally, but I'm not wholeheartedly opposed to it. He's proved me wrong at every level. He's proved me wrong every step. As soon as he said he was going to be a coach, I was like, this is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. He's not ready. And I've been proven wrong. And he's made great hires, and he's done some things. I mean, Colorado was good this year in the Big 12. Now, the Big 12 was trash. It was ass. And then they got a mud hole stomped in them once they played a legit team in the bowl game. But still, that Colorado team was garbage. They didn't even come close to making a bowl game prior to. Good Big 12 or not. Previous Colorado teams, pre-Deion, they weren't sniffing a bowl game in a shitty Big 12. So credit where credit is due. He's proven me wrong. And maybe he proves me wrong again in Dallas. But I would just hope that he would get more seasoning, but he ain't going to do that. He's not going to come in and be a coordinator. Nowhere. Alex said Prime's going to pull a LeBron and say, draft my kid. Yeah. Yeah. And y'all know how I feel about that. I feel like the Lakers wasted a pick. Wasted a spot. And there's some guy out there that earned the right to be drafted in the NBA that night. And he didn't get to. Because the Lakers had to kiss LeBron's ass instead. So some kid whose dream it was, who put in the work, who deserved to have his name called that night, didn't get that opportunity because the Lakers had to kiss LeBron's ass and draft his son instead. And that's not fair to whoever that name was going to be. Hugo said there should come a time when the child leaves the nest and get away from his parents. And it's not like Shedeur Sanders isn't good enough to do this on his own. You know what I mean? What's the draft order? Let's see. NFL 2025. Draft order. Well, so, yeah, here's the draft order. Uh-oh. Why is my computer doing this? Please go away. I don't want this. I don't want this. Here's a good one. Let's see here. All right, number one pick, Tennessee, Obs. And they even have team needs on this, too. That's why I liked it. Quarterback, wide receiver, edge rusher, offensive tackle, safety, D-line, offensive line, middle linebackers, linebacking core, secondary, special teams, wide receiver units, running back. Titans are a mess. They need everything. The Titans suck ass. They need a new owner. They need to play in a new city. They need new uniforms. They need a new name. They also need to go fuck themselves. Titans number one pick. There's their needs. Browns number two pick. They need a edge rusher, offensive tackle, wide receiver, quarterback, and running back. Giants need a quarterback, offensive tackle, offensive guard, cornerback, and safety. Patriots, offensive tackle, inside, outside, linebacker, wide receiver, edge, corner. Jags, corner, safety, wide receiver, and they've got quarterback at the end. I don't think that's the case. Raiders are quarterback. Jets are quarterback. Panthers, they don't have quarterback listed until the end, but it is listed. Saints don't have quarterback, and then the Bears don't. So of the top 10, you've got, we're not going to count Carolina. 1, 2, I'm not counting Jacksonville. 3, I'm not going to count Cleveland, even though, well, you know what, I am. Especially after Watson has now torn his Achilles twice in the same spot. So what I say? There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of the top 10 spots in the draft need a quarterback. He's going in the first 10 spots, period. So really, he ain't making it to 12, which is where Dallas is currently slotted to draft. San Francisco's 11, and then Dallas is 12. And look, they've got Dak. So you're going to trade Dak? Who's taking on that salary? How are you going to do that? You're going to draft him and make him a backup? I don't know how that's going to work. So even if you make Dion the coach, there's no guarantee that you have to make Shador the quarterback. Unless they do something really stupid and move up. There's no way I'm moving up in this year's draft to draft a quarterback. No way. No way. No way I'm moving up. No way. Pacha, there is no way that he is picked in the first 2 rounds. You talking about Bronny? Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree. Amos said it happens in basketball a lot at the assistant coach level. We've seen it some, Austin Rivers. That's a good question. Potch said, has LZ released his mock draft? Probably not, because I don't know. Let's see. Lance Zierlein mock draft. I don't think he has. Yeah, I don't think he has. Because he hasn't. Now's not when he sits down and does the work. But I could be mistaken. Let me see. It would be on the NFL website. Let me see. NFL.com. Sorry, something's gone wrong. Well, no shit. Uh-oh!
@Posh_gaming for the people.
Damn! Damn! No, you didn't! Oh, he done got you, Potch. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. We've had mods get timed out before. What does D1 Holiday say? The Titans are rumored to love Cam Ward, not so much Shador Sanders. Look, I'm the same way, D1. I'm the same way. I would take Cam Ward first. I would take Cam first in this draft. CC, did you get him? Oh, that's hilarious. CC, did you get him? Oh, she didn't, did she? Only I can do it. I got to do it in just a second. Let me get this out. I want to get this thought process. Cece can't time him out. She talking all that shit. Bye, bitch. Oh shit, I can't do it.
Heck yeah.
Dan, what's up, homie? Dandy Dan, thank you for the sub, man. Thank you for resubscribing for 11 months, man. Much appreciated, bro. You're never late when you're here, brother. You're never late when you're here. But no, D1, I do agree. And by the way, welcome to the show. Titans are rumored to love Cam Ward. I agree. If you watched this year, if I had to pick, if I'm drafting a quarterback in this year's draft, I'm going Cam Ward first. I just feel like, I mean, look, don't get me wrong. Shador's numbers were fantastic, right? Shador's numbers were great, but he was putting it up against meh competition at best in the Big 12. That wasn't your dad's Big 12. That was trash. Oh. Yeah, no, I'll do it. And no, you're right, Potch. I will. As soon as it's up. When you come back, just tell me you're back and I'll redo it. But until then, bye, bitch. All right, Potch has been timed out 10 minutes. That's so funny, Dubs. Dubs said, for the people. Oh, God, I love this chat. Y'all have so much fun. Mark said he had a blast getting timed out by Potch all day yesterday. He's like, that was so much fun. By the way, D1 Holiday, if you're not aware, we are both live on Twitch and YouTube. So if you want to join us over there, welcome. I don't know if this is your first time watching the show. But we do this every day, Monday through Thursday, 2 to 5 p.m. Right here. On YouTube and Twitch. Yeah, so I'm definitely Cam Ward over Shador. Let's see, do we have a 2025 mock? Does anyone have a mock out? Let's see. I know Lance Zierlein probably doesn't yet. Cause old Zierlein, he sits down and he really he does film study. He puts a lot of effort into it. Unlike some of these yahoos. I'm just going to find a mock, though. Just any old mock. CBS usually has a pretty decent mock. No, he doesn't have one out yet. Lance doesn't. But CBS does, so we'll take a quick little peek-see at this one. Oh, there we go. Oh, yes. I see you know your judo well. All right, cool. Yep. Potch is now eligible for conjugals. Cam Ward is a more mature Jameis Winston. He'll never be Jameis Winston. When you're born around water, ain't no way. How dare you, sir? Sir! What? How dare you try to sell me a bill of goods that Cam Ward will ever be Jameis Winston? Yeah, it's just pain everywhere. Ain't no way Cam's doing that. Get out of here. Scram, beat it. All right, here's a 2025 mock. Blah, blah, blah. Round one, Cam Ward. There you go. High-end tools mixed with his continued improvement make him easily the most intriguing quarterback prospect in the class. Titans have a lot of work to do surrounding him with talent, but Ward is no stranger to having to create on his own. Round one, pick 2. Abdul Carter of the Browns, or going to the Browns. Okay. Round 1, pick 3. Travis Hunter, New York Giants. That would be some Giants shit to do. They ain't got no quarterback, but they'll go out and get Travis Hunter. Probably not the worst thing. Round 4, pick number 4, Will Campbell, offensive tackle for the Patriots. Oh, shit. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. Total Dallas, thank you for the 100 bits. Total Dallas said, does Cam Ward like seafood? Never. Patriots now think they got somebody in Drake May. Now they're adding a tackle. Jesus, here we go. Just added a hella good coach in Mike Vrabel. They got Jags taking Mason Graham at number 5. The Raiders. Pick number 6. The Raiders drafting Shador Sanders. So there you go. I don't have a top of the draft grade on Shedeur Sanders, and some NFL teams may ultimately agree the Raiders are unlikely to have the kind of options that the Browns and Giants will. They'll see that, meaning they'll set their sights towards the draft. 7 is Kelvin Banks Jr. for the Jets. Whatever. Yeah. Panthers, Michael Williams, Ashton Genty to the Bears at 10. There you go, Mark. There you go. And here you go, just in case you were wondering, Cowboy fans, Josh Connerly Jr., offensive tackle to the Cowboys. There you go. Just curious. Rolling through. There's from my boy Jeff Bell. Luther Burden III at receiver for the Broncos. Tyler Warren. Walter Nolan, defensive line. Oh, I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all, really. God, if they were to get Walter Nolan at 25, that's good for the Texans. That's not bad at all. That would be hella good value. Hella good value. All right. Look, they have pick 32. Guess who they have winning the Super Bowl? The Lions. All right. Interesting. What did this say? I saw something here. Poch is now eligible for college. He's a DB. Oh, yeah. So they have him strictly playing DB. They have him listed as athlete. Giants could use both a receiver and a corner, so why not take the most uniquely qualified prospect in NFL history to play both? Hunter's tape comes with a constant asterisk that he hasn't come off the field the entire game, and it's scary to think how he'll perform with some rest. Yeah, hey, Amos, that's not a bad take, man. Neighbors and Hunter could make a mediocre quarterback pretty good. That's the only concern, right? The only concern about drafting Travis Hunter is, this is just my opinion. You draft Travis Hunter, and you're like, all right, we're getting a guy who he goes both ways, just like truck driver Pookie. And at some point, though, I'm sorry, Pookie. At some point, you have to realize, first of all, that's probably going to come to an end. He's not going to do that forever. He's probably going to focus on one, especially later in his career, which I know you worry about that down the line, but you draft a guy at number 2 or 3, top 5, you don't plan on ever getting rid of them. You plan on them being in your organization forever. So that's one thing to keep in mind. And the other thing is, what are you drafting him for? And what do you think he's going to be better at? Because the NFL is a lot different than college. You start putting him in at receiver, he starts getting knocked around a little bit, or he starts getting burnt at DB, and he's exhausted. Midway through the season, you decide, hey, man, so whatever you value him at the most, you better make sure it's worth it to draft him that high at. In other words, if you think he's a better receiver than he is defensive back, then you had better make sure that you think, just as a receiver, that Travis Hunter is the best receiver on the board at 3. Or if you think he's the best DB on the board at 3. There's no doubt that combined, because he's not the best receiver in college football, and he's not the best defensive back in college football, but he is the best athlete in football. And he does both really well. Does that make sense? So what you have to be concerned about is He's really good at both, but he's not the best at either. And there is a very real possibility that he ends up only doing one. So there's a very real possibility that you're spending the third pick in the draft on a top 20 receiver, top 10, 15 receiver, and vice versa from as far as DB goes. I think he's a better DB than he is receiver. Love you, CC. Thanks for hanging out, boo. Oh, goddamn. I've been talking too much. Boo! My balls just dropped right there. Look at that. Somebody come pick these up. Somebody go pick up my balls. Love you, CC. Total Dallas said, if I'm drafting Hunter, he's only doing one. I don't even like Ohtani doing two things. I think baseball's a little bit different until they blow their elbow out. But because the other concern is, you take a big hit as a receiver, across the middle, helmet to helmet, you get knocked out, concussions. Not that you can't get hurt playing DB, but there's a ton more risk playing receiver in the NFL. Ton more risk. Not to mention just the exhaustion. Not to mention just the speed and the physicality of the NFL. And going up against some of the best receivers in football on the planet as a DB, and then having to do the same thing on the other side, going up against some of the best cover guys in football. And you're doing that every Sunday? That's a scary proposition. Talented as hell. But I think if you put it in perspective of, look, I get it, this guy can play both, but damn, how much of either will he really play? And is he the best at either? They've got him, prospect ranked number one, position ranked number one, but what position does he play? Receiver and corner. And then you got to look at who did he play against? Who did he guard? Who were the best corners that he faced? And who were the best receivers that he faced? Do you think Travis Hunter, and I'm being honest here, and I'm not trying to be a hater, chat. So don't put your hate on me. Don't give me no guff. Do you think Travis Hunter puts up the same numbers in the Big Ten? Do you think he has the same success rate on defense? Do you think he has the same win rate in the SEC on defense or offense? We already went through what Guff is, Total Dallas. I'm not repeating the show. Potch is back. Watch out. The juices lose. Oh, you still have your mod powers. Oh, that's good. I don't have to go and change anything. That's fantastical. Good. No, you're not listed. Yeah, you're not listed. I gotta go and add you back. What is your... There you go. Now you have your moderator duties back. Now you have them back. Last time anybody got timed out before you, Potch, was CC 5 months ago. Yeah. 5 months ago. Yeah, that's exactly right, Flip. Going against CeeDee Lamb, A.J. Brown twice a year? Oh, and not to mention, now on offense, you got to go against, what's it, cover dude on Dallas? Oh, why am I blanking on his name? Diggs. Well, good luck. I mean, like, that's a tall task, bro. You better make sure homie's really worth it. And again, don't get me wrong. He's super talented. But it's a weird dynamic. It's a very weird dynamic, so. Trey said Darren Bland is better than. Yeah. I mean, he's a better receiver. Hands and body control is ridiculous, but I put him at DB every other series. His body control is crazy. I can't really speak to his hands, but some of the catches he makes in the air, ridiculous. Hey, love you, Mark. Appreciate you hanging out with us today, man. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a real tough one. All right, let's talk a little college football playoffs. We didn't get to it yesterday. I want to get to it before we close out the show. Let's start with that Notre Dame Penn State game. Because, wow. Good luck with Fat Garrett, Mark. Oh my God, Drake cracks me up. Notre Dame Penn State was good. Ohio State, Texas. I feel bad for James Franklin in a way. Because it's like Penn State has always, at least in recent years, has always been somewhat forgotten in the Big Ten. And then they finally get some run. I mean, we were looking at a potential Big Ten versus Big Ten national championship. We very easily could have had Penn State, Ohio State in the national championship game. And Penn State starts off amazingly. Nobody scores in the first. Penn State comes out, jumps out to an early lead in the second. They're up 10-0. Notre Dame finally gets a field goal going into the half. But that first half, really, Notre Dame looked like trash. And it looked like, it's over. It really did. It looked like they were not going to recover from that. And that Penn State was firing on all cylinders. And that it was going to be really difficult for Notre Dame to be able to come back, even though they were just down a touchdown. But their backup quarterback had to come in and get them a field goal with time running out in the half. But it just was not a good half for Notre Dame. But whatever in the hell was said at the halftime, whatever halftime speech was given, they come out, they score a touchdown on their opening drive. Defense locks it up. That's the only point of the quarter. And then everybody, all hell breaks loose again in the fourth. Both teams end up putting up, 31 points? Notre Dame scores 17 in the fourth. Penn State scores 14. But it wasn't enough. We end up with a 41-yard field goal with 7 seconds left. Notre Dame is representing their conference. Oops. That's the thing that I think is kind of lost in all of this is, remember now, we talked about it on the show last week before the games. James Franklin kind of got a little snotty at the podium when they were doing pregame talks, or, whatever. They were asking questions, and he's like, yeah, both teams have to go out there and represent our conferences. Well, our conference. And then he said how he thinks this should all be level playing field. Everybody should have to play the same amount of games and play a conference championship and be in a conference. And he talked a lot of shit. And he basically gave Marcus Freeman and Notre Dame some bulletin board material. And it didn't look like it mattered in the first half, but I don't know what Marcus Freeman said in the second half or at halftime. But that team came out inspired. And it was an ass whooping in the second half. And by the way, congratulations to Marcus Freeman. This shocked me when I heard it. I could not believe it was true. But during the post-game celebration and the trophy ceremony, they were awarding the Orange Bowl trophy to Notre Dame, Marcus Freeman. I think it was Katie Hartung or whatever her name is. I don't know her name. She said congratulations to Freeman for being the first black head coach in the history of the NCAA to coach in a national championship game. That kind of blew my mind. I was not expecting to hear that. I thought for sure, no, surely that's not the case. And props to him. He tried to deflect it real quick. He's like, well, it's an honor, but, hopefully this, and it was weird what he said. He was like, hopefully this paves the way for more black and Asian and white coaches. What? What? You're paving the way for what? I knew what he meant. We all knew what he meant. He was very humble in that, and he put it all back on his team. He's like, I don't want to distract from them. But that's a big deal. Not only is he the first black head coach to coach in a national championship game, he's doing so coming from a Catholic school. That's different. But he did a hell of a job with that team, man. That team lost to Northern Illinois in week 2 after beating Texas A&M. Northern Illinois. Week 2. They have the high of coming off beating the Aggies early, who are ranked high. And then they do that. And somebody made a really good point. What we're watching with this national championship game, this is exactly why you needed a 12-team playoff. This is exactly why. This is great. Coming into this, the final rankings for the season, these two teams were ranked 5 and 6. If this were a 4-team playoff, these guys wouldn't have even been in the playoffs. Now, the AP poll, Notre Dame was 3rd. Ohio State was 6th. But in the final rankings, the official rankings, it was Oregon, Georgia, Texas, Penn State, Notre Dame, Ohio State. Oddly enough, the 2 top teams gone. 3, 4, 5, and 6 are who we're playing in the semifinals. They really did kind of get it right, though. The top 6 teams, well, they were kind of around. And then you had to sprinkle in Boise State and Arizona State just because they were conference champs, which was stupid. Arizona State showed well. Boise State got their ass whooped. Mountain West had no business being there. But this is why you have this type of format. But again, I'll reiterate, they've got to reseed. Once you've determined the top 12 teams that are going to be in, you've got to reseed. It was unfair to Oregon and Georgia what happened. But it happened. You're going to play some tough teams anyways. But just unfortunate. Just unfortunate. So Notre Dame, an independent, the only reason they're in the playoffs, they were the highest ranked non-conference champ. The first highest ranked non-conference champ team gets in. And that was them. That's why they were a 7 seed and not any higher. So, actually, they were the second highest ranked. Texas was the first highest ranked non-conference champ at 5. Excuse me. They were 3. So they were in. And then Notre Dame. Actually, that's wrong. Texas, Penn State, Notre Dame. My fault. Yeah. Texas, Penn State, Notre Dame. So you have an independent get in, and but to James Franklin's point, by the way, his point was, look, Notre Dame played 12 games. Penn State played in 13. Texas played in 13. Georgia played in 13. Oregon played in 13. Ohio State played in 12. Tennessee played in 12. But it's because they didn't play in the conference championship games. But his point was, I mean, Notre Dame it wasn't even a question of if they were going to. So, in the other game, Ohio State and Texas, boy. Texas, I guess Sark was right. And did Ryan Day ever need that? Sark said it. He said going into the game, Ohio State might be the best team in the country. Welp. So far, they're one of the 2 best. That's for sure. They were ranked 8th coming in. They were the favorite coming into this as well. And they jumped out to an early lead. By the way, Flip said shout out to the Illini. Yeah. But they got out to an early lead, and Quinn Ewers was just not what he had been most of the year. In fact, I was looking at, this is a great way to put it, but what was his name? Jack Sawyer. I didn't realize this. Jack Sawyer was Quinn Ewers' former roommate. And he was the one that got the strip sack and then returned the fumble 83 yards for the game-clinching touchdown. Oof. Oof, that has to suck if you're Quinn Ewers. You're Jack Sawyer, that's fantastic. If you're Ryan Day, you may have saved your job with this win. Even if you lose to Notre Dame, just getting to the Natty, you might have saved your job. Because if he'd have lost to Michigan and gotten bounced in the semis, shit, in my wire voice. Y'all leave Flip alone. I know what time it is. If he'd have lost to Michigan again and then had absolutely nothing to show for it at the end of the season, goodbye. Have a good day and good night. So they did what they had to do. And it wasn't, here's the box. Let's see here. I'm going to put this up. And then, yes, we are going to get out of here. We're going to get out of here. Yes. Where's the shit is it? Will Howard, 24 of 33, 289 yards and a touchdown. Quinn Ewers, 23 of 39, 283, 2 touchdowns and the interception, but the one costly fumble. Nice. Hey, Claire, thank you for the follow. Claire Geller, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Welcome to the show. This is Barry on Deck. I'm your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you. We talk sports here. We talk a lot of shit, but we talk a lot of sports. We have a good time. We try to make sports fun. That's the MO of this show. So welcome in. Good to have you. Appreciate the follow. Don't be a stranger. We're about to wrap it up. We usually go live about 2 o'clock-ish. Shut up, chat. I'm usually late. That's why they're not being assholes yet, but they were going to be. But the schedule is 2 to 5 p.m. Central Time. But come back and hang out. Yeah, we do this Monday through Thursday, 2 to 5. And we talk a lot of sports and craziness and have a good time. And sorry, I don't have the right topic on. Oh, Dubs, you're crazy. You're out of your mind. PP Dub said, shut up, Perry. 3-ish my ass. Bro, I've been firing off early, comparatively speaking. 2025 has been pretty good. I mean, we're still not like on time, but we're closer. Dubs, I don't think so. Brian Day to the Cowboys. You must hate the Cowboys. It's the only thing I can think of. I think this has to be pretty disappointing for Texas, just to put a bow on this. I mean, look, obviously it is. But Sark has something that he's building in Texas. And I think that I was never big on Quinn Ewers. I think Arch Manning was the guy. He was always supposed to be the guy. Donna, nice callback. He talks a lot of guff. He does. A lot of nonsense and tomfoolery coming out of Dubs' mouth. I always felt like Quinn Ewers wasn't the man. Felt like they wanted him to be the man, and he showed flashes of it. But this was always Arch's team. But they couldn't do it, or he wasn't ready, or whatever. And I don't know why, and maybe this is just me being fanciful in my mind, but I always felt like if Texas is going to win a national championship in the next few years, it's going to be with Arch Manning. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm crazy. But but they were good enough. Look, this was the number 1 ranked team in the country for a reason, Texas. And Ohio State too. Both of these teams were good enough. Perry said, I've said it before. I've said Guff on this show before, Perry. Perry said 800 some episodes, and I've never heard him say Guff before today. Oh, I've said it before. Oh, I've said it before. 100%. There was one thing I was going to say. Oh, back to the Notre Dame game before we get out of here. Notre Dame, Penn State. You know, I hate to have to be the guy that says I told you so. But because I take so much shit on social media when I'm wrong, I almost feel compelled to have to come in and thump my chest when I'm right. And by God, I told you that Penn State, I felt, was fool's gold, was overrated. They really hadn't beaten anybody. And I'm not going to lie, I was a little scared after the first half. I was like, uh-oh, looks like Daddy don't know what he's talking about. Looks like I was wrong. Looks like I was right. They fool's gold. Heartthrob! Thank you, sir. Thank you for the 15 biddies. He said, what up, y'all? Just popped in to say, hey. And I love y'all. And we love you too, sir. Don't be a stranger. Come hang out with us. Stop avoiding us. Stop avoiding us. This is where the fun is, heartthrob. I don't know what you're doing out there, working, earning a living, or whatever dumbass shit you're doing. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. All right, that's it. That's a show. That's a damn show, people. Shit! Forgot to do the private hour. It's Tuesday. God, why don't y'all ever remind me? We'll do it tomorrow. We'll do a private hour tomorrow. Remind me, though, people. We do a private hour for all of our Patreon members. Got to do that tomorrow. Some bitch. I forgot. All right. That is it. That's a show. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll have some fun. Barry said working is for losers. Yeah, it is. Psst, nerds. Hey, thank you, Uriel. I appreciate you being here and being a part of it, man. Thanks for hanging out in the chat and watching. Thank you, Alex. Much love to you, buddy. I don't even know what the sports schedule looks like tonight. Probably just basketball. Maybe some random field hockey bullshit. I don't know. Let's see. Basketball. Yeah. Cleveland at Pacers. Thunder, Philly, Phoenix, Atlanta, Pelicans, Bulls, Sac, Milwaukee, Nuggets, Mavs, and Brooklyn, Portland. Bro, go read a book. Some of y'all nerds need to read a book. There ain't shit on tonight. Go read a book. Tom said I need heated seats, right? Hey, love you, Cisco! John Dorier, peace, my brother. Love you, Donna. Alex at sports, man. Golf, what? Maybe. Barry said, peace, my guys. More Guff talk tomorrow. See, you're giving me guff about my Guff, Perry. I won't stand for it. I'll sit for it, but I won't stand for it. All right, I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Hey, before I see you guys tomorrow, do me 3 favors, you nerds. Be safe, be kind, and most importantly, damn it, love each other. Also, heartthrob, go fuck yourself. I owe you a timeout. Donna, damn it, you too. All you sons of bitches can get it. And he's making a YouTube video!